You know, it's a nice day. Let's do some grilling. Let's make some pita on the grill and let's make it turn it into kebab. That sounds delicious. Gonna be kind of a 2-day thing, but let's get cooking. So I'm doing some grunt work the night before to ensure this meal will be delicious. I have a pork loin here that I am cutting into roughly 1-inch cubes. Try to keep them roughly the same size because we're cooking them on a skewer and we want them to be done at the same time. Once they are all cut up, I'm marinating them in a combination of olive oil, lemon juice, mint, white vinegar, salt, and pepper. Stick your paws in there and make sure every piece gets completely covered with the marinade. This is now ready to sit in the fridge overnight. Next thing to do the night before is make our tzatziki sauce. First, I'm peeling the skin off of half a cucumber, then shredding the guts. Once shredded, it is now our goal to drive as much moisture as possible out of our cucumber, as cucumbers are 96% water if you believe the first link I saw on Google. We will do this through a couple of methods, the first being squeezing the liquid out using a towel. Next, we will pat dry our shreds, and lastly, we will lightly salt them. The base of our tzatziki sauce is about 1.5 cups of plain Greek yogurt. We're also adding the juice of half a lemon, 1 teaspoon of mint carefully measured, some salt sprinkles loosely measured, a few shimmies of black pepper, and our dried cucumber. Mix this until thoroughly combined, and having this sit overnight is going to do wonders. I also made a very standard dough off camera that is going to cold ferment overnight in the fridge. You can honestly just look up any basic pita recipe and instead of having it rest on the counter, just throw it in the fridge. So the main reason why we're having all this stuff, you know, the dough, the tzatziki, and the meat, the pork, sit overnight, the main reason is flavor, giving time. Having the dough cold ferment really gives it the time for those flavors to develop. Tomorrow we'll pull it out and it'll have a chance to rise and be that normally how it would. The tzatziki, right now this tastes like Greek yogurt with some stuff thrown into it. Eventually, overnight, this is gonna meld together and this is gonna just become one delicious mix of the flavor instead of having all of them kind of taste separate in there. And then with the pork, that flavor is gonna start penetrating into there. It's gonna kind of tenderize the meat because of that lemon in there and that vinegar, and it's just gonna make this all better. So that's why we're doing this the night before. So I'm gonna put this all in the fridge. I'm gonna go to bed, and tomorrow morning we'll start actually making stuff to put this together. Rise and shine, it's the next day and our dough needs the most work, so let's start there. So unfortunately, it's just me eating today, so I'm only using half of our dough. Form this into a nice taut ball and let this rest under a wet towel until it doubles in size. This will take longer than usual because our dough is starting off cold, probably 4 hours. But once it's a little more plump, separate this into 3 equal pieces. Next, I'm flattening our chunks into discs, folding in the edges, then forming them back into balls. And now I'm setting these in a rimmed baking apparatus and covering with a wet towel to proof for 30 minutes or so. I'm spreading oil onto a baking sheet so our final dough will not stick to the pan. Now you can use flour instead, but the oil will make the pitas become extra crispy, which is not super traditional, but I enjoy it. Now I am flattening our pita, and you can do this a couple of ways. You can use your hands, which will result in a lighter and airier pita, or you can use a rolling pin, which is easier, but your pita will be thinner. Both are good, it's more of a personal preference. These will once again be covered and are now just waiting to be thrown on the grill. Our pork is easy today as all we are doing right now is slapping them on a skewer. We'll also hit some green onion with olive oil and salt as they will be grilled as well. With my charcoal rolling hot, I can now get my grill ready to rock and roll. I'm placing my pitas directly over the coals and rotating only once and flipping the pitas when they are bubbly and a little color has developed. This second side should only need about 42 seconds, and wrap these in a towel afterwards so that they can steam a little. Next, our pork kebab is making its way onto the grill along with half of a lemon and our green onion. Shuffle the contents of your grill around and remove once a good char has formed. When everything is done, we can start assembling our kebab. Take one of your fresh pitas and spread a healthy amount of tzatziki sauce on. Next, we will put down a layer of veggies. This will consist of spinach, tomatoes, and red onion. Now we are placing a few cubes of the pork in the center and placing our charred green onions on the side. Lastly, a squeeze of that lemon that came off the grill, and this thing is ready to go.
So here we got our kebab. Man, the colors on that just look beautiful. This pork with that nice char on it seems awesome. This better be good, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna bite into it. I'll let you know what I think. This is awesome. A lot of between the meat and the onions, the green onions, got a nice char on them. It's nice, got that light refreshingness from all the fresh veggies on there. That bread is nice and soft and airy and puffy. My goodness, this is good. This is good, and it's a way for you to use your grill in a lot of ways that other people wouldn't. Or make something on the grill that a lot of people wouldn't. Give this a try. This is good. I mean, you can substitute chicken, you can do this on the grill, you can do this inside, whatever. Lots of different ways to do this, but this kebab is awesome. Give it a try at home. But thank you so much for watching DietzEatz, and I'll see you next time.
You know, if you're still here watching right now, all I can say is thank you. I appreciate you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. But I hope you learned something, and I hope I inspired you to cook something on your own.